Good Monday evening, January 20th, and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. A local family-owned furniture store is closing its doors. We'll tell you more about that. A four-car accident on Highway 28 near Rock Island early Saturday night hospitalized 2 people and tied up traffic for nearly 4 hours. Temperatures will get back to normal tomorrow with even warmer weather on the way by the end of the week. I'll have a look at your weather for the week ahead coming up. A single car rollover accident on Highway 283 near George claimed the life of a Marysville man last night. The Washington State Patrol says about 9:30 p.m., a 2021 Honda CR-V was traveling southbound on SR 283 at the intersection with the frontage road when the vehicle left the roadway and rolled, killing the sole occupant of the Honda. The 58-year-old man was pronounced dead at the scene. His name is being withheld pending notification of next of kin. The State Patrol says the driver was not wearing a seatbelt. The cause of the wreck is under investigation. A local family-owned furniture store is closing its doors. Crown Furniture, located at 736 South Wenatchee Avenue, began a total liquidation sale today as it announced the closure of its store. Crown Furniture is currently owned by Blake Poltz, whose father Zane Poltz co-founded the store with Howard France in 1964. The store said in a press release that it offered a wide range of furniture and mattresses with a focus on products made in the USA. Discounts are being offered on all inventories, and accessories will be priced at 65% off. The Wenatchee Valley YMCA will be the recipient of a $158,000 donation for the next 3 years. According to a YMCA press release, the donation is part of the $20 million contribution to YMCAs across the state from the Seattle-based Ballmer Group. The investor group manages the wealth of Steve Ballmer, who was previously the Microsoft CEO. The funding is part of a statewide initiative that aims to expand programs for low-income youth age 5 to 17. Wenatchee YMCA CEO Dory Foster said in the release the award impact will be, quote, enormous and will help build future leaders. The town of Bridgeport in northern Douglas County is installing surveillance cameras in its downtown and public park areas. The city says the mounted cameras will monitor and hopefully deter vandalism and graffiti. Bridgeport has seen a rise in vandalism at spots including Berryman Park, home of its public swimming pool. Douglas County Sheriff Kevin Morris also has plans to install 2 vehicle spotting flock cameras around entrances and exits from Bridgeport to monitor traffic that may be fleeing the scene of any reported crime. When we come back, the Chelan County Sheriff's Office has received a grant to better serve emergencies on U.S. Forest Service land. And a Freda man is awaiting sentencing after pleading guilty to child sexual abuse. And we will tell you who won this year's Uplift Awards held over the weekend. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Central Washington Water is your solution for problem water. Whether you're on a well or municipal water, they can design a clean water system custom to you. Soft water eliminates water spots and scaling on fixtures. It protects appliances from hard water damage, saving you money. Soft water reduces soap usage that causes skin irritation and is a healthier choice to drink. Call for a free in-home consultation or stop by the store to have your water tested. Central Washington Water, your best water solution for home, pool, and spa.
A ductless unit from Carrier can keep anyone comfortable. Take Shelly, for instance. She finds me time in her new attic-turned-home gym. And with her Carrier ductless unit, the temperature is always perfect. No matter how intense her workout gets. Carrier. Total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
You're invited to celebrate Winterfest at Lake Chelan. Enjoy sparkling lights, local wine tasting, and fun for all ages. It's a great time to start a new holiday tradition at Washington's Winter Wonderland. More information at lakechelan.com.
When you've been in business for 40 years, it's because you understand change and you put members first, always. Now Works is announcing a change in their membership model. Up to 6 people on one membership that you can mix and match. The more people, the bigger the discounts. Introducing the Works shared membership model. One membership, friends and family and flexibility. Works, the cleanest, friendliest, most helpful gyms you and your friends will ever join.
A 4-car accident on Highway 28 near Rock Island early Saturday evening hospitalized 2 people and tied up traffic for nearly 4 hours. According to the Washington State Patrol, 53-year-old Carl W. Sundquist of Moses Lake was driving a Hyundai Elantra westbound when his car crossed the center line and collided head-on with a Ford Explorer and then struck another car. The Explorer went on to collide with the Dodge Ram pickup. Sundquist and a passenger in the Explorer were taken to Confluence Health Hospital with unknown injuries. The cause of the accident is under investigation, but the State Patrol says drugs or alcohol was a factor. The Chelan County Sheriff's Office already has 2 deputies assigned to respond to emergencies on U.S. Forest Service lands. Now that effort has been bolstered by an additional $20,000 in funding from the federal agency. Sheriff Mike Morrison says his office lobbied the Forest Service for a funding boost, which will cover portions of the assigned deputy's salary. Morrison says those officers will continue to partner with forest rangers to focus on issues like illegal dumping and unlawful encampments on federal land. About 68% of Chelan County's land area belongs to the Forest Service, or roughly 1.3 million acres. An Ephrata man is awaiting sentencing after pleading guilty to child sexual abuse. 35-year-old Christian Cardenas entered a plea in Grant County Court to 2 counts of first-degree child molestation committed in Moses Lake in spring of 2022. The victim was a 9-year-old child who knew Cardenas. His plea led prosecutors to drop their original charges, including 1 count of child rape. Prosecutors say the plea spares the child victim from having to testify at trial. Cardenas is due to be sentenced in February when he faces a term of 6.5 years to life in state prison. Education nonprofit Cafe, Public Defender Stephen Craik, and financial advisor Mina Gomez are the 2025 Uplift Award winners. The organization and 2 individuals were presented with their awards during the Martin Luther King Jr. Multicultural Fest on January 18th. Cafe was awarded for their various programs like the Recovery Navigators, who support teens and adults with substance abuse disorders, and monthly community events with local resources and vendors. Craik was recognized for being an advocate to low-income individuals within the justice system, and Gomez for empowering Hispanic entrepreneurs and working in various community leadership roles. Other nominees were OUT, North Central Washington, the Interfaith Justice Coalition, the Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center, Stephen Hightower from Catholic Charities, and Claudia Beauvais from North Central Washington Libraries. Coming up next in tonight's feature story, we continue our conversation with Wenatchee School District Superintendent Corey Callahar, who tonight talks about how school levies affect the community as a whole. Expect warmer temperatures tomorrow with highs near 40 by the end of the week. I'll have your full local weather forecast coming up. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
You're invited to celebrate Winterfest at Lake Chelan. Enjoy sparkling lights, local wine tasting, and fun for all ages. It's a great time to start a new holiday tradition at Washington's Winter Wonderland. More information at lakechelan.com.
Who's trying to stretch their budget this January? That's pretty much all of us. That's why Abby's is offering this giant pizza that can feed up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 hungry people for less than $27. Now, that's an Abby's budget stretching deal. Worried about a no-fun January? Not at Abby's. Dine on our Bacon Cheddar Special. It's delicious and loaded with toppings and real cheese. Plus, it's on sale, and the kids can play some video games. Enjoy fun January at your local Abby's.
Between juggling groceries, preparing meals, and lending a helping hand, you're a hero without a cape. But who's there to support you? Aging and Adult Care honors caregivers like you, the relatives, friends, and neighbors, helping loved ones remain safely at home. Aging and Adult Care offers chore services, respite, personal care, and more. Serving Chelan, Douglas, Grant, Lincoln, Adams, and Okanagan counties, call Aging and Adult Care at 1-800-572-4459 for caregiver support.
Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, located on South Wenatchee Ave, has the largest selection of spas and swim spas in town. Stay cool this summer in an artesian swim spa and use it all year long. We enjoy helping families reconnect one spa at a time. Hot tubs are proven to improve sleep and decrease arthritis pain. Our passion is water, so please bring us a water sample, and we will help you diagnose your pool or spa water for free. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, your pool and spa experts.
The Wenatchee School District is working to educate voters on its upcoming levy that will appear on February ballots. Levies fund items not funded by the state, like technology, safety, and security, and are different than school bonds, which are for building. On Friday, we shared part of an interview with Wenatchee School District Superintendent Corey Callahar to learn more about how the levy funding affects the Wenatchee School District. In tonight's features story, NCWLIFE News also spoke with Callahar about the district's relationship with the community after the closure of Columbia Elementary School and how the levy affects the community as a whole.
I really think that our community, I believe, does still support the Wenatchee School District. I think that there are folks in our community that felt that there were other ways that we could have reduced the $8.9 million without closing a school. But at this point, when we come to the levy, we really feel like our community is saying, we are going to support the levy because we know that it actually impacts the student experience, and it isn't about punishing the district, so to speak, for decisions of the past. It's about preserving that student experience. And what we've tried to do since that time is really make sure that we're doing what we're saying that we're doing, and we're making sure that the community hears that and sees that, and we keep that in a public place. One example is we had promised our school community that we would create a restructuring committee that would help look at enrollment of the school district kind of longitudinally, and so that we can get ahead of any of these decisions that might impact schools in the future. And we have done that, and we have our 5th restructuring meeting that will be happening at the end of January, and we have a great group of community members and school district staff that are part of that. So we really want to make sure that our community knows that what we say that we're going to do, we're actually doing, and we want to involve the community in those decisions. When our schools thrive, our community thrives as well, and it really is. It has an impact. But I think that most importantly, from the student experience, kids come to school for a variety of reasons. Sometimes it's to see their friends. Sometimes it's to grow in what we think of the core academic subjects. And then other times it's to grow individually through the extracurricular activities. I just think of our mariachi program, and I think of the district musical that just happened and had like 200 and some students. It's just amazing. And then just the things that I'm able to see in the last few weeks, going to a bowling match, going to a unified basketball game, watching a wrestling tournament, seeing our basketball players do their job out on the court, and just it really resonates with the experience that our community wants our students to have. And then as adults, whether we have students or not in the school system, just remembering what we enjoyed when we were in high school and knowing that communities paid it forward for us, that's so important. The other thing that I think about as well is even our families and students that go to private school or go to our charter school at Pinnacles Prep, they all are welcome in our athletic programs, in our clubs and extracurricular activities. And so everyone has a piece of the Wenatchee School District that is part of this. And so it really strengthens our community in many ways.
Time now to take a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a fantastic weekend and a good Monday to start this work or school week. And it wasn't a bad day out there, a typical mid to later now January day around the area. Here's our shot out our weather window in Ephrata from this afternoon. You can see some kind of low hazy clouds along the horizon there, blue sky above that. It was just a cool day today. In fact, temperatures all across the area were below normal. And as we move through the week and into our upcoming weekend, we're going to stay cool, at least for the short term. It's going to be warmer than it was today, though. 33 tomorrow, about 32 or 33 for us on Wednesday. I think we're going to get a little warmer than that on Thursday, mid to upper 30s. And then look at that, almost 40 degrees by the time we get into Friday as we cool back in the mid 30s this weekend. The good news, pretty much sunshine all the way through our week and into this upcoming weekend. Today's high temperature unofficially didn't even make 30 today. 29 our unofficial high rather. 34 excuse me, is where we should be for this time of year. Our record high 52 degrees, and that was set in 1967. How about that? 16, our coldest temperature of the season so far. That was our low this morning. 24 is our normal low for this time of year, and 2 below our record set in 1962. Sunrise this morning, 7:39, and it's set this afternoon at 4:45. All right, let's get you into Tuesday, and temperatures, as I mentioned, a little bit warmer than today. In fact, about 5 degrees warmer. 34s, Moses Lake, Ephrata, Quincy, Wenatchee, about the freezing mark from Eniat up into Chelan. Omak still not going to reach 30 tomorrow at about 28 degrees. 30 for Lake Wenatchee, and low 30s for Leavenworth and for Kashmir. So our temperatures are getting back to where they should be for this time of year. Tonight we can expect some clouds to move in, just those high clouds, kind of like we're seeing out there, or we saw this afternoon and are seeing this early evening. There they are right there. Temperatures tonight will be chilly with lows in the upper teens once again. For your Tuesday, mostly sunny skies, high pressure right off the Washington and Oregon coast, and that'll keep us pretty stable on Tuesday. A little bit warmer too, with highs in the mid 30s. Not much change as we get you into midweek Wednesday. Maybe a few more clouds. One area of high pressure scoots over into eastern Idaho, and another one builds off the coast of Washington. But still, we'll have those high clouds around on Wednesday. High temperatures, pretty seasonal, low to mid 30s. For your Thursday, partly cloudy skies. High pressure even moves a little farther to the north, and we will be under the influence of this area of low pressure, which is actually going to bring a little warmer air our way, mid to upper 30s for Thursday. And then for Friday, our best day by far of the forecast, mostly sunny and warmer. We'll see high temperatures in the upper 30s, maybe even touching 40 degrees in some locations for Friday. So a beautiful way to end our work week. And then a big ridge sets up over us on Saturday, and just nothing but clear skies around the western U.S. We will cool down just a little bit. You can see the airflow coming down from the north, but still not bad, about where we should be, mid 30s on Saturday. By Sunday, sunny skies, and we'll just call it seasonal, pretty normal for this time of year. Once again, big ridge over the western U.S., and we will see highs on Sunday again in those mid 30s. 7-day forecast, 19 overnight tonight, warmer tomorrow at 34 degrees. We'll stay at about 33 for the high on Wednesday. Our warmest 2 days will be Thursday and Friday. Mostly sunny and 38 on Friday before we cool back to about where we should be for this time of year on Saturday and Sunday. The good news for this weekend, all kinds of sunshine. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Her Royal Highness, Queen Ella Stimo!
Join NCWLIFE Channel for live coverage of the Apple Blossom Festival Royalty Selection Pageant on Saturday, February 8th. Coverage is brought to you in part by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Also by Harvest Valley Pest Control, Merry Maids, Together for Youth, and the Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center. Join us for live coverage of the Apple Blossom Festival Royalty Selection Pageant on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel. The Wenatchee Wild had a 1-2 weekend in Western Hockey League play. Wenatchee fell to visiting Lethbridge on Friday at the Town Toyota Center 4-2. Things went a little better on the road Saturday as the Wild picked up a 4-2 road win over the Americans.
As the Wild chip the puck to center. Here's Miles Cooper cutting across the line. He'll drop it off. Friesen scores. Evan Friesen from the slot fires it past the glove hand of Lucas Mateka, and Wenatchee takes a 1-0 lead. Here's Nick Anisimowicz. He's wrapped up, reaching, sends it in front. Max Curran tries to hook it in front of the goal, scores! Knocked home by Jake Sloan for his 13th goal of the season. 4 minutes to go in the first period, and Tri-City has tied the game at 1. Pressure along the left circle now. Lucas Sherbina heading down to the goal line. Shattering pass out in front of the goal, and they score. Ty Spencer gets his first as a Wenatchee Wild, and all that pressure ends up on the back of the goal as Wenatchee takes a 2-1 lead. Looks both ways, now rips it around near side. It'll bounce toward the blue line. Goldsmith looking to hold it in, he does. Down toward the goal line, bouncing puck out in front of the crease, in the blue paint. Now a centering feed comes through the blue paint, picked up by Garland behind the goal. He'll center, stopped by G, scores! Brandon Wynot with his 21st goal of the season, and Tri-City answers back to tie the game at 2. The left wing wall, Wenatchee in the slot, pass down low, left circle back in front of the goal, scores! Deegan McMillan takes the centering feed, 5:50 to go in the game, and it's 3-2 Wenatchee. Carter McAdams with it now, being pressured as he backhands it around behind his net. Jackson Smith, dangerous play, turned it over, and Wenatchee will score. Turned over in front with the empty net, and Wenatchee makes it 4-2 with 57 seconds to play.
Wenatchee found itself down 2-0 headed into the third period Sunday back at home against Tri-City. The Americans scored another in the third before Wenatchee mounted a comeback attempt. Austin Drade had the call on the Wenatchee Wild Hockey Network.
Wenatchee has not been able to answer here. Smith muscles went on, tapped, scored. A second chance in front, and I think that one might have come out of midair. Savenberg. Wild head on the Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning power play. Right off the draw, they score! 5 seconds into the power play, and Rita Andreessen has got Wenatchee on the board. It's 3-1. Sites with the power play assists on it. At the left point, Wild setting up again. Sherbina wristed through, they score! Here they come again! Sean Rios against his old mates, it's 3-2! This is a must for Wenatchee. A Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning power play here and a chance to tie it with 4 minutes to go. 3-2 game. Down to the goal line. Almost took a hop off the stick. Rios, one-time tapper from the right wing circle, but it's not cleared out. Sights left point, Andreessen. Back over for Sights, looking for an angle. Wrist shot, pinballs around. Wild trying to find it. It pinballs the wrong way, and Wynot clears it down. And he's off to the bench. Near corner, Friesen. Empty net for the Wild with 55 seconds to go. Near corner for Friesen. Out top for Sights. They need one to tie it. Wrist shot, Sherbina got it blocked. Near corner. Held into the wall. It is Rios. Working a pass for Friesen. Back to Rios. Clears it out for Sights, right point. Cycled left point for Andreessen. Up top, Sherbina. Looking for an angle. Sights, wrist shot. Glove save at the side of the net by Mateka. On the end boards for Rios. Twirls it for Sherbina. Finding Cooper. Going back door. Sent it wide. Andreessen for Sights. Down to 13 seconds. Along the goal line. Chase back. Up top, Sights one-timer. Got blocked. Down to 5. Looking for it is Sherbina. It's cleared out, and the Wild are going to run out of time. Tri-City, the definition of an escape from the Wolves' den here today, and a hard-fought 3-2 Americans victory.
Wenatchee's back in the Town Toyota Center again this weekend with Everett in town on Friday. That starts at 7 o'clock. Let's head back to Friday and Prep Boys basketball on the scoreboard. It was Sunnyside edging Eastmont 46-42. Davis topped Moses Lake 62-57. West Valley whipped up on Wenatchee 70-32. Other games saw Sela top Quincy. Grandview got by Ephrata. Cashmere edged Connell. Lake Roosevelt down Okanagan. Liberty Bell beat Omak. Manson topped Bridgeport. It was Oroville over Entiat. Waterville Mansfield Mansfield beat Wilson Creek. Curlew topped Pateros. Winners on the girls' side Friday were Eastmont, Davis, West Valley, Seela, Grandview, Cashmere, Nooksack Valley, Omak, Okanagan, Manson, Entiat, Pateros, and Wilson Creek. Eastmont had a strong second quarter and held off Wenatchee Saturday in boys basketball 62-57. Grant Olson caught up with Logan Bapst afterwards.
And we are back at Wenatchee High School, and joining me now is our NCWLIFE player of the game, junior Lucas Bapst. And Lucas, he ended up with 15 points off the bench. Nice game.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know, it was a tough game against Wenatchee, a 13-point win back in December. You guys kind of blew this one open in the second quarter. Was a fast start part of your plan tonight?
Yeah, no, that was one of the main things we talked about in the locker room. Getting off to a fast start, you know, last few games we've kind of struggled in the first half, so being able to get off and do a good start and come in with a pretty comfortable lead going into the second half. Really.
You know, I talked to Coach Knowles in the pregame about all of the close games you've had now in league play. You finally get your first league win, and now it's really the meat of the Big Nine schedule coming out.
Yep. Yeah, I'm excited for it.
And was part of your plan also tonight, I was curious about that, to push the ball up as fast as you could tonight? It looked like you pushed it a little more than the last time, too.
Yeah, no, tempo is always on our agenda, and, you know, it was a pretty important factor in tonight's win.
In other boys' play Saturday, Cashmere got by Wahluke, Royal topped Chelan, Freeman edged Lake Roosevelt, Okanagan down Warden 99-44, Wilson Creek edged Easton, Waterville Mansfield topped Entiat, Soap Lake beat Oroville 63-57. On the girls' side Saturday, Eastmont blasted Wenatchee 72-8, Royal routed Chelan, Cashmere walloped Wahluke 58-8, Freeman got by Lake Roosevelt, Okanagan downed Warden by 40, Wilson Creek eased past Easton, Waterville Mansfield had no trouble with Entiat, and Soap Lake stopped Oroville 53-37. NCWLIFE will be up for some wrestling on the week. Coming up on Thursday will be Matt's side as the Wenatchee Panthers host the Sunnyside Grizzlies. Girls match at 6. The boys to follow. I'll be alongside my dad, Dave Grandstrom, with the call here on the broadcast stream. Live only on Facebook Thursday. Match will air on TV Friday night at 7 o'clock. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Grandstrom. Have a happy Monday.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more news from around North Central Washington, you can find us at ncwlife.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app for iPhone and Android. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. Email us at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night.
Her Royal Highness, Queen Ella Stimo!
Join NCWLIFE channel for live coverage of the Apple Blossom Festival Royalty Selection Pageant on Saturday, February 8th. Coverage is brought to you in part by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Also by Harvest Valley Pest Control, Merry Maids, Together for Youth, and the Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center. Join us for live coverage of the Apple Blossom Festival Royalty Selection Pageant on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE channel.